La ilaha, la ilaha, la ilaha, la ilaha, la ilaha illallah Muhammadun Rasulullah. La ilaha, la ilaha, la ilaha, la ilaha.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Ashhadu an la ilaha illallah wahdahu la sharika lah wa ashhadu anna Muhammadan abduhu wa rasuluh. Amma ba'du, fa'udhu billahi minash shaitanir rajim. Bismillahir rahmanir rahim. Alhamdulillah walhamdulillahi rabbil alamin. Walhamdulillahi ala kulli hali. Walhamdulillahi alladhi bi ni'matihi tatimmu salihat. We give glory, thanks, and praises to Almighty Allah, the one who has commenced the journey and taken us this far. We acknowledge that He is the only one that accepts praises, and we are blessed and honored to also identify Him as one that will channel our praise to. May He accept our praise and thanks. This will just be the appraisal of how the journey that we're about to conclude now started. Once again, we thank Allah for His grace and mercies for this year, 47th edition of the Majlis Ansarullah Ahmadiyya National Ijtema, held at Command Secondary School, Bodeigbo, ÀPÁTA, IBADAN. The program physically started between 18th and 20th of August 2023. But indeed, the journey started immediately we left Oyo Federal Government Girls College last year. That was when the hosting place had been initiated, and that is when the exercise have started. Series of meetings, series of engagements, series of visits had gone into it before eventually concluded. Some issues are also encountered during the actualization and final decision on the venue to use. And one of the each that we also feel is the size of this hall that we have. Like we have and would love to have, we want what is bigger than this. But as condition and situation presented, we cannot get better than this. For whatever inconveniences we have enjoyed as a result of this, we want to plead and seek your pardon. It is not deliberate, but it's a situation that we find ourselves. May Almighty Allah continue to be with us. Genuinely, the team that started the preparation gathered at Majlis Ansarullah Ahmadiyya Secretariat, Ojokoro, on Monday. And we moved down the materials that same Monday, and we all physically moved down to ÀPÁTA on Tuesday, 15th August 2023. Immediately we hit the ground at ÀPÁTA. We have not even got to the mosque. We pay a courtesy visit to who is who in the community, as we know, as our usual practice. That same Tuesday, courtesy visit was made to the Oyo State Commissioner of Police at his office at LA. We also made a visit to the chairman of the local government that covered the venue, which is Ido local government. We made a couple of other visitations to the commandant of these premises, who happened to be the man in charge, our chief host, that actually hosts us, to present to them what's our intention of gathering in this size at this very particular point in time, so that there won't be any premonition or any misgiving about our number trooping into the town. All this exercise were also tidied up on Tuesday, as Allah permitted us. We continue to this courtesy visit, same on Wednesday, inshallah. Wednesday also witnessed some good number of courtesy visits to the chief imam, to the orphanage home, to the prison yard, and the rest of others. And that same Wednesday, marked the beginning, commencement of our 2 days free medical camp, which is enjoyed by the Oloshu community, suburb to APATA here. This also carried out, and our personnel were there Wednesday and also Thursday. And as Allah wants it, we attended to 510 people in that community that were consulted to medical doctors, and they were given attention, and some drugs were also given to them pro bono. In the course of that exercise, we do eye screening. I also issue 240 glasses. 240 people were screened for eye defects, and 90 glasses were issued. Beyond that, we also have a number of our personnel that are present that participated in this free medical camp for that 2 days. We have total number of 5 medical doctors. We have optometrists, who is the person that actually do the screening of our eye before issuing the glass. We have 1 person. And we have pharmacists, 3. We have medical lab scientists, 4. We have nurses, 2. And we have other ancillary supports from Majlis Kudama and some members of Majlis Ansarullah, total of 5. That makes the total personnel used for this exercise to stand at 19. So may Almighty Allah accept it and bless us therein. This will lead me to Friday. That same Thursday that we are concluding the free medical camp, we had a visit to the Oyo State Deputy Governor. We also visited the Imam of Ibadan and the Olubadan of Ibadan, His Royal Majesty. That same Thursday, we rounded off the exercise of medical camp, like I said, and the full Ijtema program now swing in with our Tahajjud on Friday. That followed by Salatul Fajr, and we have the first dance of the Ijtema, which is Dasul Quran, that was centered on those who believe and emigrate from their homes for the sake of God and strive in the cause of Allah with their properties and person, as is cited in Quran chapter 9 verse 20. This was facilitated by Mukarram Hafiz Shamsuddin Ojo, who did justice to this topic, which refresh us spiritually for those that are present. Same time, we have a Dasul Hadith that convey to us charity cools down the wrath of Allah and ward off death in undesirable circumstances. This is Dasul Hadith that was handled by Mukarram Abdul Sabur O. Kolade Sahib. We also have a Mafusa on the topic, when it is the will of God. This is cited from Mafusa volume 8, page 214. All these were done before we engage ourselves with the light exercise to shake off and ward off the stress that we have incurred a day before. And with this, we go for our breakfast, and we begin to have registration and arrival of other contingents from various dealers that Majlis Ansarullah have been established. This leads us to the Juma service on Friday. With Juma service, we listen to our beloved Uzur, Aziz. Before we have the recap, or what I can take as the highlights of the Uzur sermon by our respected acting Amir Sahib, Dr. Abu Sarab Latif Sahib. And with this, immediately after this, we have a Jumat prayer combined with Salatul Asri. And we'll continue with the registration, and other programs follows. One of those major programs is the opening session, which is going to be a formal opening of the Ijtema 2023. This was done with our usual intros, Quran, Qasida, pledge, and we had a welcome address by respected Sada Sahab, Majlis Ansarullah Ahmadiyya Nigeria, and we have goodwill messages all across from His Holiness, which is our prime messages for the year, which I know all of us have listened to. We have digested it, and inshallah, Allah will make it easy for us to act it accordingly. So this will lead us to other goodwill messages we have from our brothers and sisters, auxiliary bodies, and we also have from some foreign Majlis. All these were done before we have the first lecture, which is lecture 1 of the Ijtema, which is anchored on Islamic administration, a distinctive feature for today's political leaders. This supposed to have done by Dr. Yakin Habib, and this is virtually presented to us by one of our respected scholars in the Jamaat, Dr. Sahil Uretimitmein. And with this, we have some guest remarks, which are remarkable ones. They also share the praises of how the Jamaat and Majlis Ansarullah are doing all across their various communities. And we are advised to keep this up, that Allah Almighty will be the one to pay to, or to reward all the efforts. So with this, we'll go to the Salatul Maghrib and Isha for Friday. Then in between these, we have a Das. There is after hardship, a sure beacon of hope for believers in trying times. This is also anchored by Mukarram Sulaiman Abdul Hakim. Before we go for our dinner, before we draw down the curtain for Friday. And as Allah permits, there are a couple of Talim competitions that we're able to do, coupled with other light sporting exercise that we're able to also squeeze in before we finally close for the day. Saturday was commenced with our usual practice, Tajud prayer, call to prayer, Fajr. Then we have a Darsul Quran, which is centered on establishing a perfect connection with Allah and cultivating the same in our children, a paramount duty of every nursery. As we stand, as we sit here, and as we continue to live our life as a nursery, it is important for us to establish a perfect connection with Allah and cultivating the same with our children, as it's conveyed in our Majlis pledge. May Almighty Allah make it easy for every one of us. This is anchored by Mukarram Nofil Absalam. We have done so like this. You should leave out what creates a doubt in your mind and do what is definitely correct. You should know that truth gives. And this is anchored by Mukarram Aaron Edowu. Before we eventually have our Mafusa, which tell us distinction of an Ahmadi, which is also cited from Mafusa volume 9. This is anchored by Mukarram Wajihullah Sahib. We have a lateral exercise that is anchored by Rafi Ibrahim King. We virtually have our health talk, which discuss joint and nerve pathologies in the elderly, useful preventive and management strategies. This is anchored by Dr. Nasiruddin Akila Mobelo, which we all enjoy, and also have an insightful and revealing information that we can definitely take away from this Ijtema and live with them to have a better lifestyle. This will go to competitions, sports competitions, Talim competition. All these are on for that short time before we convey for the second session of the Ijtema, which is also chairman by respected acting Amir. This witnessed a lot of guests, as we all know. We have the like of His Royal Majesty, ably represented by one of his high chiefs. We also have Onisiba of Isiba, who owns the community we have now. We have good number of government functionaries and other dignitaries from the neighborhood, and we all are witness to this. This was actually preceded by the hosting of flag and a march past, or what I call the march procession by our various dealers, which we all enjoy, and it's also one of the things that we also yearn to have in subsequent Ijtema, as Allah permits. All these were part of what is actually done before we march down to this very hall for our second session, which is going to be our formal section for the Ijtema. We have our usual chanting of recitation of the Quran, chanting of Qasida and the pledge, before we eventually have our Messiah speeches. Then we have a team lecture being delivered by one of our erudite scholars, Dr. Barrister Abdulatif Owade, that speaks on building a peaceful nation through justice and equity, which we all acknowledge and also witness to be a very revealing session, a lecture of the time that we all need to also imbibe in our various phases and endeavor of life. This was succeeded by the closing remark, by the guest address, which we also have a very commending session from our guests from all across the religion, the traditions, the race, and all other phases of life, which is one of those things that will take away, that will also stimulate and also encourage us to do more in the future. This was also part of what is enjoyed before we eventually have the closing remark by our respected acting Amir. Then we have a couple of announcements before we go for our Zura Nasri and have our lunch for Saturday. And the rest part of Saturday, before we go to our Maghrib and Isha, was occupied fully, actively and heatedly with our competitions, both sports and talim competitions. So this is what we have the like of our Quran competition for both Sabdun and Safa Awal, which centers on Ifs, Ikira, and translation, which also happened to be a very educating sessions all across. The speech competition was also done, the consider competition was done, and all these are part of the Tali competition also engaged. Same with our sports competitions final, 100 meters, concentration race, power pool, and the like. All these were fully engaged. And Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen, as scheduled, all competitions were also carried out accordingly. Now, this will take me to Saturday evening when we gather again for our Salatul Maghrib and Isha, where we also gather here to listen to a talk that is presented by Dr. Taufik Adedayo Sani on aging and the eyes, common eye problem in the elderly, and preventive strategies. Before we then go for our dinner, and also succeeded with a couple of unfinalized competitions, and that leads us to this morning, which happened to be the last day of the Ijtema, which is commenced with the Tahajjud prayer that is led by our Hafiz Abdul Alaka, and call to prayer, our Fajr prayer. We also enjoy a summary of the latest Usul Sermon that is presented by Mukarram Nurullah Lamina. And this is also succeeded by, though painful, but enjoying light exercise. We all give thanks to Almighty Allah for His blessing on every member of Majlis, for every member of Ahmadiyya community worldwide. This is one of those things that Allah used to also promote His deen, as He has forsake with the Quran, that He is the one that is going to preserve the deen. As we live by the day, we'll be witnessing a good number of things that's going to fascinate us and also lighten our hearts. So may He continue to be with us and grant us His grace in this world and the hereafter. This will now lead me to the highlights, or what I will call the summary of all the exercise, which is going to be the final computation of all the results, inshallah. Okay. As we are starting with the sports competitions. Like it has earlier been announced to us, for those that are engaged in sports competition, for sure, we are going to know we are part of those that are going to receive prizes. It is advised that we stay very close to this podium so that we won't waste our time. So I will be taking the sporting competition one after the other. We'll be starting with table tennis.
Okay.
All right, sir.
I think the OJS will be the one to give out the prizes.
Okay.
So, OJS.
Sabdun.
So they'll be calling the people for table tennis. For table tennis,
yes,
OJS, the first table tennis. The second one is Alhaji Alasan.
Okay.
Then when you come to the concentration race, engineer, sorry. Alhaji Hassan Sumano will start.
Sir?
Alhaji Hussein Sumano will start, followed by Alhaji Al-Hassan for the two table tennis.
Okay,
then the OJS engineer Qasim Oluwa will take the concentration race.
Okay.
Followed by GS, the second concentration race. And then we go like that. The Sada MCAN will take the 100 meters. And then former Amir Fashola will take the march past.
Okay.
So we go on like that. So starting from here then.
Of course. All right. I missed that of 100 meters, sir.
100 meters is Sada, representative of Sada MCAN.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So as I will be proceeding with this, I will crave the indulgence of those guests to come to my side. Once I'll be starting with table tennis, I crave the indulgence of Alhaji Esho Sumano to kindly step forward for the presentation of those prices. Okay, that side. Okay, that side. Okay, that'll be fine. So I'll be starting with a table tennis, Sabdom. I'll be calling to us the third position for Sabdom table tennis, which eventually goes to Brother Ali Ma'aruf from Akinyele Dila. Brother Ali Ma'aruf from Akinyele Dila. And the second position of the Sabdom level of table tennis goes to missionary Oladipupo Abdulwahid from Ogbomoso Dila. Barakallahu lakum. Barakallahu lakum. That's a third position, Brother Ali Ma'aruf from Akinyele Dila. So may I call on missionary Oladipupo Abdulwahid for the second position, table tennis for Sabdom level. He came from Ogbomoso Dila. And the first position goes to missionary Abdusalam Oladipupo Aoshi Dila. Missionary Abdusalam Oladipupo should step forward for the first position, table tennis at the level of Sabdom. Where's it?
If he's not here, Ibrahim Allah should come, please.
Okay. He's not here. Aoshi Dila, no Dila, can step for prices. So this will lead me to the Safawal table tennis competition. He's not even here.
Nobody from
And I want to inform the Aoshi Dila that subsequently would like to tell us that missionary Absalam Oladipupo has one time or the other been part of our official, the judge for the table tennis. And once you rise to such a level, it is not expected to be part of the participants any longer. This will also be applicable to all other dealers in future. So let's pay attention to this. It's very necessary. Nevertheless, we still have the price if it's around. So I will crave the indulgence of Alhaji Esho Sumano to have his seat. The Nosim Allah will come and pick the prize for him thereafter. So let's move to the Safawal table tennis. The third position goes to Braj Mahi from Ikorodu Dila. Third position, Safawal table tennis goes to Brother Ajmal Mahi. Ikorodu Dila. Is he here? And this will be also given out by Alhaji Ali Hassan. Then the second position, table tennis, Safawal go to Brother Sanusi Ahmed from Abuja Dila. Brother Sanusi Ahmed from Abuja Dila. Second position, Safawal table tennis. Second position, Brother Sanusi Ahmad. Abuja, if it's not here, no Simala, Abuja should step forward and pick it up. Then first position, Safawal go to Brother Rasak Alabi from Omia Diodila. Brother Rasak Alabi from Omia Diodila. First position, Safawal table tennis. Let's make it snappy, please. So and that is why we said we should step forward. Make sure we'll be in the hall and close to where we can pick up the prices. Barakallahu lakum. As those prices were presented, it is expected of us sitting in the hall to be saying Barakallahu lakum. Barakallahu lakum. So that is the first position, table tennis at our level. So I will also crave the indulgence of OGS, Officer Jasa Salana, to kindly present the following prices for the concentration race. Concentration race for Sabdom level will be having the third position going to Brakokwala Ahmed from Badagry Dila. Brakokwala Ahmed from Badagry Dila. Third position, concentration race Sabdom. Second position go to Brother Yunin Abdurrahman from Ashikpa Oleyo. He should also step forward. And the first position, Sabdom concentration race go to Brother Saliu Jima Ondo Dila.
Please say Barakallahu lakum.
Barakallahu lakum. Brother Saliu Jima from Ondo Dila should step forward for his prize. If it's not here, Nosim Allah Ondo Dila should also step forward to pick that up. Is he here? Nosim Allah Ondo? Step forward, please. This in the bar. Barakallahu lakum. Jazakumullah khair, OGS. I will be calling on the GS, General Secretary of the Jama, Ahmadiyya Muslim Jama Nigeria, to kindly help us to present the following. Brother Falola Jamiu came third in the concentration race for Safawa. He hailed from Agege Dilia. Brother Falola Jamiu from Agege Dilia. Third position. Concentration race. Sorry, Agege Dilia. Third position. Second position, Brother Akinlabi Ishawu from Oshogbo Dilia. Akinlabi Ishawu from Oshogbo Dilia. So for our concentration race. And the first position go to Brother Jamiu Balogun, Coca-Cola Dilia. Barakallahu lakum. Brother Jamiu Balogun, Coca-Cola Dilia. First position, Safawal concentration race. Barakallahu lakum. Emma Saleo. Barakallahu lakum. Barakallahu lakum. Jazakumullah khairan. Yes, sir. We'll be having representatives of Sadar Majlis Ahmadiyya Nigeria to help us present the following. It also go with a trophy, which is 100-meter race. We'll be having the third position. So that's really easy. So third position, 100 meter, goes to Brother Jamiu Abdul Asim from Ila, Orogun Dilia. Brother Jamiu Abdul Asim, Ila, Orogun Dilia. Allahu Akbar. Second position goes to Brother Adekunle Kosim. Adekunle Kosim, Oja Odon, Idogo Dilia. Barakallahu lakum. Barakallah. And the first position goes to Brother Adediran Shakuruddin from Omiadio Dilia. He should also step forward for his prize. But second position. Sindabar. So that also goes with a trophy. Barakallahu lakum. Barakallahu lakum. Barakallahu lakum. That's 100 meter. Barakallahu lakum. I want to crave the indulgence of former Amir Ahmadiyya Muslim Jamaat Nigeria, Professor Fashola Saib, to help us present the March Pass prices. March Pass. So, March Pass, March procession, the third position goes to IBADAN-ABEOKUTA with 84% mark. IBADAN-ABEOKUTA, third position for March Pass. Sindaba. Salala, no Simala Ibadan. Third position, March Pass, no Simala Ibadan. Any of his executive, Umumi or Noe Sadasa, Noibe, no Sim Sabdum. So, Barakallahu lakum. Barakallahu lakum. Barakallahu lakum. Then the second position goes to Ikorodu Dilia with 84.7 Dilia. I mean 84.7%. Ikorodu Dilia, second position, March procession. Barakallahu lakum. Barakallahu lakum. And the first position for Ijtema 2023 Ijtema mass procession goes to Abeokuta Dilia. With 90.4%. 90 point, it's coming. Nothing is coming. Sindaba. That's also go with a trophy. Etomba, nothing. It came to a trophy. First position, March procession. Barakallahu lakum. Barakallahu lakum. Barakallahu lakum. Former Amir will also see help us to present the prices for power pool, which we call generally tug of war. Inshallah, we'll be calling the third position for this year power pool competition goes to Ondo Dilia. Power pool, Ondo Dilia. And the second position goes to Ota Dilia. Barakallahu lakum. Ota Dilia, be stepping forward, please. Second position power pool. Barakallahu lakum. All right, second position, Otadilia. And the first position for this year power pool competition goes to Alimosho Dilia. Sindaba. Alimosho Dilia. Eh? Is it Shomolu? Sorry, miss up one. Okay, sorry. Miss up one. Kill answer. We will come back to that. We'll come back to that. Let them confirm that one. So, we are sorry for the mix up and the rowdiness. It's only Allah that is perfect. We're really sorry for that. This will lead me to the Talim competitions so that we'll save our time. So, but once that one is resolved, we'll call in, inshallah. So, for Talim competition, I would like to stress that Majlis Ansarullah, out of his will to actually make us be aware and acknowledge the knowledge of Islam.
Are you starting with Talim?
So, and as a result of that, most of our Talim, virtually all our Talim competitions were grouped into 3 groupings. At the basis for these groupings were just based on what we perceive to be those ones that are very conversant with the knowledge of Jamaat and Islam. There are some that are privileged than the others. And we don't want to discourage those ones that are not really having that access and not having the avenue to also have a grasp of it. And that is why we classify it as Group A, Group B, and Group C. Group A, if you look at those dealers that are listed under Group A, you will see that those ones are the ones that are very conversant and in constant touch with those Talim requirements. So, and Group B are the ones that are next to those ones, and Group C are the ones who feel they are just coming up, and we really want to encourage them, and that is why this is done. But to our great surprise this year, Group C dealer are not forthcoming as expected. Partially, all the Talim, it's only quiz competition that we have one person that show up from Kano, and this is not enough for us. Does that imply that those in Group C are then docile or they are dormant? It's a concern for this committee and the entire Majlis Ansarullah. Yes, now. And the groups involved are those ones that are from the east and the northern part of the country. Even to present a candidate for this talent competition, they find it very difficult. That's an issue for us to look at in the nearest occasion. I mean, the subsequent occasion, inshallah. Okay. Now, the issue of the power pool has been resolved. Really sorry, sir. And indeed, it's a mix-up from the team that collected the results. It is actually Shomolu that came first in the power pool for this year. Jazakumullah khairan for your understanding. Barakallahu lakum. And for your information, this dealer is just barely a month-old dealer. Yes, they are recently created at the level of Majlis Ansarullah. They are barely 1 month-old dealer. So may Almighty Allah bless it. Barakallahu lakum. Barakallahu lakum. They are carved out of the different mainland dealer. Barakallahu lakum. Yes, sir. So I will swiftly switch to talent competition. So this implies that I'll be having all the prices presented to us, Group B and Group A for all talent. That is the situation with Group C. So I'll be starting with Group B.
For Quran competition, Staff Dome and Staff Awal, is the missionary in charge.
Missionary in charge
I'll
for
take the two.
Quran competition. Okay.
The speech contest is the Naib Amir, Talim and Tarbiyah. The quiz competition is Nafa, and Qasida is Sadar. And the Quran competition...
Sadar.
Yeah.
For Qasida? Okay, Sadar, okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Take Qasida.
Okay, these are going to be taking both Savdom and Safawasa.
Yeah.
All right, so we'll be calling them together so that we won't keep them standing. So by virtue of this, I'll crave the indulgence of respected missionary, acting missionary in Chasa to present the following prices. where will it be appropriate? Okay, they can march to that step and manage to come to your side there. We'll be starting with the third position for Quranic competition Sabdom level, which goes to Brother Abdul Hakim Edun from Ijebu Central. Third position Quran competition Sabdom, Brother Edun Abdul Hakim from Ijebu Central. If he's not here, let the nursing step forward and pick up the prize. And the second position goes to Brother Oyerinde Abdulaziz Ondo Dilia. Barakallahu lakum. That's third position, Quran competition, Sabdom level. Then the second position goes to Brother Oyerinde Abdulaziz Ondo Dilia. And the first position of that category goes to Brother Usman Shitu Badagry Dilia. First position, Sabdom Quran competition goes to Brother Shitu Usman from Badagry Dilia. Barakallahu lakum. Sindaba. Sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. So I will be taking the group A of that same Sabdom.
No, it's Safawa.
Okay, sorry, Safawa. Safawa for Quran competition. At the third position, go to is it what I see? Engineer Kozimolu, our third position from First Act Dealer. Our OGS. Barakallahu lako. That's fine. Barakallahu lako. Barakallahu lako. Safawa Quran competition goes to the group A, the group B rather, goes to Engineer Kozimolu from First Act Dealer. Barakallahu. And the second position goes to Brother Abdul Hakim Ibiyemi from Iwo Dilia. Brother Hakim Ibiyemi from Iwo Dilia. Second position, Safawa Quran competition. Iwo Dilia Nosimala should step forward if the brother is not here. And the first position for this category of Quran competition goes to Brother Muhammad Sani from Kogi Dilia. Ata of Igala land. Atari, okay. Barakallahu lakum. Barakallahu lakum. Allahu Akbar. Ata of Igala land. Barakallahu lakum. Yes. I'm missionary in charge. We see clip your indulgence. So quickly, missionary in charge side. We still have group A. That's for group B. We have group A.
Yeah, I'm doing group A.
Okay. All right. Okay. For group A, Sabdom Quran recitation, we have third position goes to Brother Abdul Mumin Balogun from Shomolu Dilia. Brother Abdul Mumin Balogun, Shomolu Dilia. Third position, group. Okay, Muaymin. Okay, Abdul Muaymin. Brother Muaymin. Okay, he's there. Abdul Muaymin Balogun, Shomolu Dila. Third position, Group A, Sabdom Quran competition. And second position go to Brother Abdul Mujib Salam, Manoton Dila.
Barakallahu lakum.
Barakallahu lakum. Second position, Sabdom Quran competition goes to Brother Abdul Mujib Salam, Manoton Dila. Salahuddin, Konshe Salam. Salahuddin, okay. From Manoton Dila. If he's not here, let the Nosimala step forward to pick it up. Nosimala. And the first position of that category go to Brother Mansur Ajimoti from Akinyele Dilia. Brother Mansur Akim Ajimoti from Akinyele Dilia. Barakallahu lakum. Barakallahu lakum. Then I will quickly call the Safawa category. Safawa, for that same group A, the third position go to Alhaji O.W. Abdulaziz from Abekuta Dilia. Third position, Quran competition, Safawa. Abdulaziz, Alhaji O.W. Abdulaziz from Abekuta Dilia. And the second position goes to Alhaji Z.A. Junaid, Lagos Mainland Dealer. Barakallahu lakum. Second position goes to Alhaji Z.A. Junaid, Lagos Mainland Dealer. Barakallahu lakum. Barakallahu lakum. And the first position goes to brother Abdul Salam Abdulaziz, Monoton Dealer. Is he also Alhaji? Come up, Alhaji category. Alhaji now. Abdulaziz, Abdul Salam. Alhaji now. Okay. Okay. From Monoton Dealer. Barakallahu lakum. Barakallahu lakum. Yes, that is for Quran competition across the two groups that participated. Then we have here the overall Quran also goes to brother Abdulaziz Abdul Salam, same from Monoton Dealer. Overall, that is the trophy with you. Will be presented to him overall. Barakallahu lakum. Barakallahu lakum. Overall Quran for this year is Ijtema. Allahu Akbar. Jazakumullah khaira, Amir sir. And then I'll be moving on to speech contest. It's an open competition. It's not categorized to either Sabdom or Safawa. Yes, I will crave the indulgence of Noib Amir Talim and Tarbiyah to kindly help us to present the prizes to the winners. So the third position, speech contest group B, goes to brother Umar Abdurrahman Adedayo from Akoko Dealer. Third position, speech contest, Umar Abdurrahman Adedayo from Akoko Dealer. Nothing matters to step for. The second position goes to brother Abdul Wahab Kehinde from Ayotero Dealer. Abdul Wahab Kehinde from Ayotero Dealer. Barakallahu lakum. For group B. And for group B, first position, second position is brother Abdul Wahab Kehinde, Ayotoro Dealer. Nosimala Ayotoro. Okay. And the first position goes to, let me call the first position, brother Ahmed Akindele from Ondo Dealer. First position, speech contest for group B. Barakallahu lakum. Barakallahu lakum. Barakallahu lakum. Then first position goes to brother Ahmad Akindele from Ondo Dealer.
Barakallahu lakum.
Barakallahu lakum. Barakallahu lakum. Okay. Group A. Group A is still Jazakumullah. Then for group A, so for group A, speech contest, third position go to brother Abla Hafiz Omoyele from Agege Dealer. Brother Abla Hafiz Omoyele from Agege Dealer. Then the second position goes to brother Abdul Hafiz Bello from Ikorodu Dealer. It should also be following him. Brother Abdul Hafiz Bello from Ikorodu Dealer. Second position, speech contest, this way. Barakallahu lakum. And the first position for that category, group A, is brother Ibrahim Jafar from Coca-Cola Dealer. Barakallahu lakum. Barakallahu lakum. The second position, group A. And the first position, brother Ibrahim Jafar. And the overall speech contest goes to same brother Ibrahim Jafar from Coca-Cola Dealer with a trophy. Barakallahu lakum.
Barakallahu lakum.
Ibrahim Jafar. Okay, doctor. Sorry. Dr. Ibrahim Jafar from Coca-Cola Dealer. Barakallahu lakum. Jazakumullah khairan. Now we'll move to quiz competition. Crave the indulgence of our respected Noiba Male Finance and Admin. I'm going to do it. Really sorry for that. Jazakumullah, sir. Quiz competition result goes thus. For Group B, third position goes to brother Ganu Ijtema from Ijebu Central. Third position quiz competition for Group B, brother Ganu Ijtema, Ijebu Central. And the second position goes to brother Abdul Razak Oru from Orudu First act dealer. Is this Jabu Central? Brother Razak Orudu from first act dealer for second position. And the third and first position goes to brother Olagoke Muhyiddin, Ede dealer. Olagoke Muhyiddin, Ede dealer. Barakallahu lakum. Barakallahu lakum.
Barakallahu lakum.
And for Group A, we'll be having the quiz competition. The third position goes to brother Adebayo Salahuddin from Coca-Cola dealer. Group A, third position, quiz competition. Brother Salahuddin Adebayo, Coca-Cola dealer. The second position goes to brother Salman Abdul Hakim Agege dealer. He should also be stepping forward. The third position, brother Adebayo Salahuddin, Coca-Cola dealer. Second position, brother Salman Abdul Hakim Agege dealer. And the first position for quiz competition, Group A, this year Ijtema 2023 goes to brother Bello Idris Ilorin dealer. And the overall best goes to the same brother, brother Bello Idris, with a trophy.
Barakallahu lakum.
Barakallahu lakum. Sindaba.
Barakallahu lakum.
Barakallahu lakum. Jazakumullahu khairan. Nafasab. We crave the indulgence of our respected Sada Sab to kindly step to my side to present prizes for considered competition. Considered competition for Group B goes to brother Musa Semako, Badagry Dila. You should step forward. Brother Musa Semako, Badagry Dila. Third position, considered competition for Group B. And the second position goes to brother Balogun Habib, Ekiti Dila. Barakallahu lakum. Third. Yes. Barakallahu lakum. Barakallahu lakum. Then brother Balogun Habib from Ekiti Dila, second position. First position, brother Nuruddin Lawal, first act dealer. Brother Nuruddin Lawal, first act dealer, first position. Okay. The name again? Okay, Omolaja. I should add Omolaja to it. Barakallahu lakum. And for Group A, consider competition. We'll be having brother Abdulamin Shobingpe from Abeokuta dealer, third position, consider competition Group A. Brother Abdulamin Shobingpe, Abeokuta dealer. And the second position goes to brother Abdulkabir Salahuddin Akiyele dealer. Second position, brother Abdulkabir Salahuddin Akinyele dealer. Okay, and the first position, consider competition for this year, goes to brother Jimoh Abdulatif Ipaja Ayobo dealer. This is second for Akinyele. First position, consider competition, goes to brother Jimoh Abdulatif, and also won the overall best in consider competition with a trophy. Then. Okay, Sam. You lay first. Barakallahu lakum. Sindaba. For Talim
Quran.
Best. Talimul Quran. Okay. All right. We'll be taking in the course of the year, there are a series of examinations that we had at the level of Majlis Ansarullah, Ahmadiyya, Nigeria. The members of the National Executive, we had the feel of the heat first, and we also sent down those questions to the respective dealer to conduct our members to also engage in those exams. So across Nigeria, all the results that we compiled, the following people are the ones that emerge as our best performance in those examinations. So I will be starting with the one we sent to the dealer For the dealer level, the third position of Talimul Quran examination, dealer level goes to Brother Kasumu Nojimu Ojaodon dealer. Ojaodon Idogo dealer. Third position goes to Brother Kasumu Nojimu. And the second position goes to Al-Hajj Adekunle Sekola, same Ojaodon dealer. Step forward. Barakallahu lakum. Third and second to him. Ojaodon dealer came second, Alhaji Adekunle Sekola. And the first position for that level goes to Brother Ogunshakin Tajuddin, Ekiti dealer. Ogunshakin Tajuddin, all the nursing matter from Ekiti. First position, Talimul Quran dealer level. Better. Barakallahu lakum. Then for the national, among the national executive, the third position goes to Brother Sekola Taiwo Ajimoti from Akinyele dealer. 30. And the second position goes to Brother Kamaruddin A. Feyintola Oliolionara. Barakallahu lakum. And the first position for the national level of Talimul Quran examination goes to pharmacist Abimbola Tawhid, Agege dealer. Agege dealer or pharmacist. Okay. Sindaba. Barakallahu lakum. Yes, sir. Sabdum. All right. Jazakumullah khairan. For the Sabdum, I would like to quickly give an highlight of how the examination come by. Majlis Ansarullah Ahmadiyya Nigeria seeded the whole days in the month of July for all the Sabdum in Nigeria. And as a result of that, we staged 2 main programs for that month. And one of those programs is what is rewarding now. And this is examination we conducted among the Sabdum and the willful Safawa, but it's center for Sabdum. This is started with all members of Sabdum at Mukomi level. All of them were encouraged to take that exam at the first level.
So go on.
All right. So for Mukomi level, we encourage all Sabdum members across all Mukomi to take that exam. And individual Mukomi selected the best 3 to proceed to the dealer level. At our dealer, we have more than 1 or 2 Mukomi. So as a result of that, they have sizable number at the dealer level to also write the second level of that exam. Second level of that exam was conducted among those 3 winners from the Mukomi. And the best 5 among those ones were also moved forward to the zonal level of Majlis Ansarullah structure. And the best 5 among the zonal winners from all the 12 zones we have in Nigeria engaged in this final exam, which is national level. So they have 4 levels of exam before we will have these selected brothers that will be taking these prizes. I think it is important for us to also prepare ourselves as Sabdum member for the coming year, inshallah. The same exercise will be repeated, inshallah. So we'd like to begin to call those ones that won the prizes for this level. We have Brother Ogunshakin Tajuddin, Ekiti dealer, came 3rd. We have 2 3rds. So Brother Ogunshakin Tajuddin, Ekiti dealer, came 3rd with 49/55. 49/55. And also our Brother Ajimotu Mansur from Akinyele dealer. He also came 3rd with the same point, 49/55. Barakallahu lakum. Brother Ajimotu Mansur also came 3rd in Sabdum exam for this year. Barakallahu lakum. And the second position goes to Brother Fasasi AR from Kaduna dealer. Brother Fasasi, second position with 52/55. The question is actually a total of 55, and he scored 52.
Barakallahu lakum.
Your R is what? Is that Abdurrahman? Oh, Bomo. Barakallahu lakum. And the first position for this category goes to Brother Moshood Abdul Hafiz Ilaro Dila, 53/55.
Barakallahu lakum.
Barakallahu lakum. Brother Abdul Hafiz Moshood from Ilaro Dila, first in Sabdon exam for year 2023. He's also coming. Once you gbadani fún wọn. Gradually, we are rounding up the prize distribution. I would also like to stretch the criteria and how will come by this year best Majlis. Sada Sab, I'll be leaving stage after this for Sada Sab to make the pronouncement of those that won this. But I will take some few minutes to quickly run through the analysis of those sheets for them to have an insight into how we go about selecting the best Majlis for the year. This exercise was categorized into 3 sections. The first section is Umumi, which has to do with how well we report our activities at our various levels, from our Mokomi to dealer to zone. So, but we limit it at the dealer because we are assessing based on the dealer level. So, all your reports for the year, from the end of the last Ijtema to this last month, were also looked into. We also consider how well are we performing financially. That is the second component, which is MAAN. And the third component of this assessment, based on our Ijtema performance. This Ijtema performance goes with different skills. If you participate in any of the Quranic competition, you earn to yourself 15 points for any of the Quran competition. For other Talim competition, you earn 10 points for coming first. And for all the sports, except power pool and match possession, they came with 6 points each. 6 points, first position. While the power pool and the match pass came with 10 points each. For those 15 points category, which is Quran, second position we have 12 points, and the third position we have 10 points. For your dealer appearing for those competitions, we call it participation, you'll be earning to yourself 5 points, which is half of the third position. You'll be earning to yourself 5 points. For those 10 points categories competitions, first we have that 10, the second we have 8 points, the third we have 6 points, and the participation will be half of the third, which is 3 points. For those sports which are 6 points total, first position in any of those sports category, we have 6 points. The second position we have 5 points, and the third position we have 4 points. And the participation we have half of the third point, which is 2 points to yourself. When we aggregate all this together, we have what looks like your performance in this year Ijtema. And we also add this to our MAAN, how we perform financially. Then it's only those dealers that didn't show up for any of those competitions that will be having 0 points. Because that one, there's no way we can help it. It's 0 points. So as a result of that, we aggregated all these points based on percentages. For best in Umumi, we have to yourself the maximum of 30 points. If you do, 40 points, 40 points for doing well in reporting across the year. For doing well financially, you have to yourself 30 points. For doing excellently well in Ijtema, you have to yourself 30 points. We have a total of 100 points. And when all these are put together, we have the following as the best 10 dealer for this year. And Sadasa will call the first 3. I will only read from number 10 to number 4. And I will leave the stage for Sarah to continue with the rest announcement of the prices. When we go through this exercise, we have the following dealer, exceptionally, for their performance over the year. I'll be starting with the 10th position. And that 10th position for this year, Majlis, goes to IBADAN-ABEOKUTA. Out of the Umumi, they have to themselves, after aggregation, they have to themselves 24 over 30 and over 40, and for financially, they have 16 over 30. And from the Ijtema performance, they barely have 8 points out of 30. That is IBADAN-ABEOKUTA, 10th position for this year. I also have ÀPÁTA dealer to come as 9th position. For Umumi this year, they have 26 points. For financial participation, they have 17 points. And for Ijtema, they have 5 points. They have a total of also 48 points. 8th position for this year of Majlis Ansarullah Nigeria goes to Ibadan dealer with aggregation of 22 over 30 under Umumi, 18 over 30, 22 over 40 under Umumi, then 18 over 30 under MAAN, and 9.8 for Ijtema. And they have a total of 50 points. That's Ibadan dealer. The 7th position goes to Lagos mainland. They have to themselves 26 over 40 under Umumi, 17 over 30 under financial performance, and they have 9.23 9.23% over 30. I mean 9.23 over 30 for the Ijtema participation. Akiyele came 6th position. They have 32 over 40 under Umomi, 14 over 30 under financial performance, and they have 12.4 over 30 in Ijtema participation. I have with me Remo Delia came 5th position for this year Majlis. To themselves, they have 32 points over 40 under Umomi. That shows they are doing very well in terms of reporting. Financially, they have 16 over 30, and for this Ijtema, they have 6.9 over 30. They have a total of 58 points as well, 58%. Then I will be taking the last one from my hand, which is 4th position, which is Monotone. Monotone have to themselves 28 over 40 and 19 over 30 under financial performance. And for the Ijtema, they have 11.8 over 30, and they have a total of 61 points. And I'll be leaving, 59 points, sorry. I'll be leaving the remaining third, the last 3, to the Sada Sab for pronouncement of the best Majlis for the year. So, assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.